This is Success Mentorship Call number 134. Wow. We've been together for quite some time. Thank you so much for joining us. I see so many of you joining us online. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Today, our topic is how to use desire to turn your life around. How to use desire to turn your life around. And this is Success Mentorship Call number 134. Now, before we get started, let us just get centered on where we are and what we're doing. So just sit up in your seats right now and just close your eyes and take a deep breath. Let it out slowly. I am open, receptive, and ready to learn. Let us affirm that together. I am open, receptive, and ready to learn. Take a deep breath. Let it out slowly. All right. Today, our topic today is, of course, taken from our book, The 12 Universal Laws of Success. And we're really in chapter 2. We're talking the universal law of change. And I just want to read something to you from page 61. And it says, the key ingredient for change is desire, burning desire. Unless there is a deep hunger, a burning desire for the changes you want to bring about in your life, these changes will not happen. Once upon a time in a place not far away, a diligent student questioned his master teacher on the meaning of deep desire. The teacher took the eager student down to the ocean and walked out into the water until it was nearly neck high. He then took the student and held his head underwater for almost a minute. As the student began to struggle, craving for air, the teacher continued to hold him firmly underwater until his body became nearly limp. Then, within seconds of drowning the teacher pulled the student's head out of the water and he gasped for life-saving air. And the teacher said, "You must desire the change in your life as strongly as you wanted to take that first breath." Wow. And that's what it's all about, folks. Desire, the vibration, that vibration that brings into your life that which you want. Napoleon Hill said, the starting place of all achievement is desire. And so wherever you are right now in your life, whatever your condition in your life, if everything is going great and you want more, goodness, fantastic. Use desire to get it. If things are not going great and you want to turn your life around, great. Use desire to get it. You see, desire is the key to transforming your life from whatever it is to whatever you would like it to be. So what is desire? The definition says that desire is a strong feeling of wanting to have something happen. A strong feeling of wanting to have something to happen in your life, a change in your life, a new relationship, more money, more joy, more security, whatever it is, desire. But I like to look at desire on what we call a harmonic level. Harmonically, vibration is the desire associated with the stated objective. You see, in the harmonic universe, E equals mc squared from relativity. Energy, which is vibration, is equal to mass, manifestation, times the speed of light squared. So then manifestation equals energy divided by the speed of light squared. Now that's a formula, but the concept is the same, as that if you want a manifestation in your life, a particular manifestation, then you have to create the vibration within you that attracts that manifestation. The law of attraction says that you bring into your life that which is congruent with how you feel about yourself. And so desire is such a powerful concept. Desire, let me tell you something, folks. Desire is, you might say, desire is the intention of creating a vibration that is congruent with the vibration of level of that which you want. So let's look at that again. So desire, it's about creating within you an emotional state that is congruent with that which you're seeking. When you create that emotional state that is congruent with that which you're seeking, then the law of attraction brings it into your space. I'll give you an example. Muhammad Ali, his burning desire was fame. You know, his mantra was always, I am the greatest. And so with that being his burning desire for fame, everything he did was congruent with that desire. So his desire was so strong that it carried him even beyond where his skills level might take him. Think back. There was the rumble in the jungle. I think Ali and George Foreman. Ali had not fought for a number of years because of the lawsuit or the charges brought against him by the government. And so when he fought George Foreman, his skills level may not have been that high, but his desire to be the greatest was so strong. And I saw that fight. That was when we used to go into the movie houses to see it. I saw that fight. His desire was so strong that it overcame his lack of skill. I remember for 6 or 7 rounds, I mean, he was just a punching bag for Foreman. And then after Foreman had punched himself out, Ali knocked him out. And so we learned something from that. Your desire can be so strong that it can overcome your lack of skill. Even more so. 2 things. Accomplishment, you can achieve victory by having superior skill and applying that skill in a superior way. But you can also have victory by refusing to lose. And that was really what it was about in that fight with Ali. He refused to lose. And so he endured the punishing blows until George had punched himself out and had nothing left, and Ali won. So you often say, was Ali really the greatest fighter? Was he greater than Joe Louis? Was he greater than Jack Johnson? Jack Johnson's fights used to last, 15, 20 rounds, 20. So was he great? Well, we never know. But Ali did something that each of you can do. Ali claimed greatness. And so whatever you claim with conviction and action, you get. Let's say that again. Whatever you claim with conviction and action, you get. Now, let me tell you something, folks. When you claim it with conviction and action, you get it in such an incredible way that, let me tell you, you will never, ever change. When you claim something with that type of powerful conviction, you become it. And to this day, we look at Ali as the greatest. So now, if desire is so powerful, is there anything that really can limit it? Really and truly, desire is not limited by anything. We often say, if your desire is strong enough, the how does not matter. What do you mean? How does not matter? Well, you know, there have been numerous reports of people doing things that one would consider impossible. Jack Kirby, the fellow who created the Hulk, said he based the concept on seeing a woman literally lift a car up off of her baby, her child. There have been other reports that Tony Cavella, I think in 1982 down in Florida, I'm sorry, in Georgia, was working on his car fell down on him, and his mother was strong enough to pick up the car. We're talking a Chevrolet, okay? Was able to pick up the car enough that people could drag him out from under the car so he would not die. And so desire is something that supersedes time, supersedes what you might say rational explanation. They've even tried to analyze things like that. You know how scientists and doctors are. They want to, well, maybe it's the adrenaline pumping and this and that. But there's a greater spiritual point here. Desire, intense, deep desire, can connect you between the conscious mind, the subconscious mind, and the superconscious mind. So literally, desire is so powerful that it can create a connection between you and the source, between you and infinite power. So as a result of this, you can do things that nobody else can conceive as possible. When a lady picked a car up off her child, she didn't develop all of a sudden muscles. She didn't even think about the fact that she couldn't pick a car up. All she had was a deep desire to save her son's life. So can you imagine if you could demonstrate that same level of deep desire in pursuing your goals and achieving the things you want to achieve? Most people want things. Most people want a good life, want success. But there's a difference between want and deep desire. You see, want is an intention. I want to be wealthy. That's an intention. Absolutely, yes. Want is a level of involvement. I will work at becoming wealthy. But desire is commitment to the end result. We often tell the story of the farmer who the farmer who had he had cows, he had chickens, he had pigs on his farm, and one day his wife fixed him a magnificent breakfast. And as he was having that breakfast, we analyze it. He drank the milk, which was chilled exactly the way he liked it. And so from drinking that milk, you could say the cow was involved in his breakfast. He devoured the eggs that were cooked exactly the way he liked them, with a little cheese in it. And you can say that the chicken was involved with that breakfast. But the bacon that he loved so much, the pig that gave that bacon was committed, because that pig gave his life. And so when you desire something so strongly that you would give your life for it, when you desire something so strongly that failure is not an option, it will happen. So let's look at how do we make our desire congruent with the things we want. There are certain principles by which desire operates. Number one, desire operates on a straight line. In other words, whatever you desire, you should be so focused on, it's like you always take the shortest possible route. So when the lady's lifting that car up off her child, there's nothing in her mind. The only thing in her mind is a straight line to get that car off my child. So desire operates on a straight line. Anything that takes you away from the object of your desire is a distraction. It neutralizes your vibration. It neutralizes your energy. So desire operates on a straight line, go straight for it. Number two, desire requires a clear vision. To hit the target, you must see it clearly. Desire requires that you see it in great detail. You see it in a sensory fashion. You see it so powerfully that you can feel it as though it already had manifested. Three, desire requires focused attention. And so as you go for the things that you desire to turn your life around, as you go for the things you desire to take you to the next level in your life, you have to be so focused. Your attention must be so focused that you can create that vibration that is congruent with that which you're seeking. When your attention is focused, then step 4, your energy can be focused. So whatever you give your attention to, your energy flows. And so we often say your intention gives you direction, your energy gives you power. And so it is through this focused energy that you create the vibration now that is congruent with that which you're seeking, which then attracts it into your life. The fifth key is that it does not matter. What do you mean it does not matter? That whatever you desire, there's always going to be a manifestation. Example, if you desire wealth, you're committed to wealth, but then your daily method of operation does not support that wealth, you're going to attract into your space something that is congruent with the vibration that you are radiating based on your lack of activity, based on what happens with your bad habits. So if you have the habit of procrastination, even though you want wealth, deep in your heart, the practicality, the way that you go about it will defeat your purpose. But the law says that whatever vibration you create, be it one of clarity of purpose and manifestation of exactly what you want, or be it one of excuses, explanations, whatever it is, it manifests in your life. So desire operates in accord with these principles. So then, if desire is commitment, what are the steps to use desire to turn your life around, to make your life exactly the way you want it to be? Number 1, know exactly what you want. Let me say that again. Know exactly what you want. You know, we always write in the our goal setting courses, even in the spiritual book in the Habakkuk, it always says, write the vision and make it plain upon tablets that he may run that readeth it. And so the idea of knowing exactly what you want is critical. Very often our journey through life is almost like taking a car ride, and the GPS can guide you to where you want to go if you know where you want to go. You can have the most expensive GPS in the history of the world, but if you don't program the destination into that GPS, it's absolutely worthless. Similarly, if you don't know exactly what you want, how it looks, how it smells, how it moves, how it tastes, each and every aspect of sensory aspect of that which you want, it will not happen. But congruent with knowing what you want, you must also know why you want it. You know, those of us in network marketing often say that your why should make you cry. In other words, your why is that emotional connection between where you are right now and where you want to be. I say your why should make you fly. If you're not clear on your why, then it's challenging to develop the emotional energy, the vibrational energy to be congruent with that which you're seeking. So many times people say, there's a story about Mike Tyson, and how in his prime, Mike Tyson was so fearful and so fearless and so feared that people would literally run to keep from fighting him. I mean, boxers would get in the ring, and the only thing they're thinking about is how not to get killed, how not to get beat mercilessly. And so they spend 5, 6, 7, or 8 rounds trying to figure out how to not let Mike kill him. But there came a period in Mike's life after he had great success and great money, and he lost that edge. We've seen it happen. Mike couldn't beat anybody. Now, I wouldn't jump in the ring with him, but he was no longer the feared fighter that he had been in the early years, and said, well, what was it that made the difference? Well, in his early years, he was hungry. In the words of my friend Les Brown, he was hungry, not hungry, but hungry. And that's that yearning deep down in the fiber of your being to have something, to taste something, to feel something, to experience something. He was hungry because he had been very poor, because he had done without. And so the why for his fighting was not so much the championships, but the why was to have the security, the money there, so that he would never hunger again. When that desire, when that why was no longer there, when he was fighting for fame and glory, he was nowhere near as good, nowhere near as powerful. And so when you look at what you want your life to be like, to use the power of desire, be very clear and spend time on knowing why you want it. Muhammad Ali, for example, his why was fame and not money. He said, I am the greatest. He didn't say, I am the richest. I'm the greatest. And so his why was really fame. And so once he identified his why, the money came. Once you focus on your why, become congruent with your why, everything comes congruent with the person that you want to be. And so his why was fame. Fame brought him the heavyweight championship. The heavyweight championship brought him the money commensurate with the level of whatever, the monetary level of being a heavyweight champion. The prize, you might say. So knowing what you want and why you want it. Number 2, to always follow the straight line. And this is about everything. You apply your actions, your activities towards creating the life you desire in the straight line fashion. In other words, eliminate all distractions. Eliminate anything that takes you off the path. We often say, as you're on the path to achieving your desires, you have to constantly, from moment to moment, ask yourself the time question. Is this the best use of my time right now, considering my goals, my vision, and my purpose, and then act accordingly? So when you operate on a straight line, that means you cloud out and you block out distractions. You overcome obstacles. Anything that stands between you and your goal and that which you're seeking to become, to be, to do, to have, you go around it, you go over it, you go through it, whatever the straight line, whatever the most efficient way to get through that, that's what you follow. The third key is to always sharpen the axe. I think it was Ben Franklin said, maybe it wasn't Ben, but a very smart person said, spend 90% of the time sharpening the axe and 10% cutting. So to always sharpen your axe is to recognize that this journey is a journey, a continuous journey. There's no point that you get to and you say, I'm done, I'm here. The moment you get to that point, you're pretty much dead. And so life is a constant process of going and growing. We often say success is a continuous realization of a worthwhile purpose. Operative word, continuous. And so if you're always sharpening your axe, means that you're always preparing for the next move. You're always saying, what's next? How can I be better prepared to handle what's next? And then act accordingly. That's when you spend your time in personal development. So many of us who are in this personal development industry, we realize that so many times we want things to happen, but we let things stop us. That maybe we need to overcome that habit of procrastination. And so sharpening the axe means maybe I need to go out and get a coach. Maybe I need to get a class. Maybe I need to learn how to overcome procrastination. Maybe it's lack of self-worth, whatever it is. Sharpening the axe means that you do whatever it takes to create the person that you want to be. You eliminate those thoughts that are not congruent with the goals you're seeking. You eliminate those emotions that do not support the person you want to become. You eliminate those habits that undermine your efforts. You eliminate those associations, those people who don't honor you, who don't love you, and who don't uplift you. And so, my friends, you can use the power of desire to turn your life around if you are clear about what you want your life to be and why you want it to be that way. If you always follow the straight line, neither to the left, neither to the right, but always on point toward that which you desire. And 3, if you consistently keep going and growing. When you do that, you can create a vibration within that is unstoppable. You can create a vibration within that defies rationale, that defies known science. You can pick up that 3,000-pound car if you have to. You can be like Daniel and face a big giant, something that's keeping you from being free, something that's keeping you from being rich. And you can find that stone and know exactly where to place it to eliminate that obstacle from your life. You can use the power of desire to be what you want to be, to do what you want to do, and to have whatever you want to have. Always knowing that the best is yet to come. Wow, folks. Thank you so much for being with us today. And do me a favor, do us a favor. You know, these next few months, as we close out this year, you need to have your deep desire focused, your activities focused, your intentions focused on creating the life you want so that you can close out this year strong, because wherever you end this year, you begin next year. So you want to sharpen your axe. You want to hone your skills. You want to build those relationships that support what you want to do. And I invite you to join us in the Success Mentorship Network. All of our Success Mentorship classes are on that network. Plus, we've been adding every day audios and videos from over 400 videos, audios, and online classes that we've created over the last 4 or 5 years. And so the Success Mentorship Network can be that resource for you to take you from where you are to where you want to be. So go to our Patreon site, www.patreon, that's patreon.com/Success Mentorship Network. The link should be below this video, but join us on the patreon.com/Success Mentorship Network. This is Herbert Harris saying thank you so much for being with us. We look forward to sharing with you every Saturday morning Success Mentorship classes to help you be what you want to be, do what you want to do, and have whatever you want to have, always knowing that the best is yet